Well, I think anybody in my position of executive pastor or administrator in a church, they have this dynamic tension of what I call things with oxygen and things without oxygen. And the church is all about, trying to be able to serve people and serve the poor and reach out to the, to the neighborhoods and everything. You balance that with, boy, you got the need to buy chairs or desks or the things that don't consume oxygen. That's kind of the way we take a look at that. And there's always a dynamic tension there because there's not enough money to cover everything, and so they're always look for skimpy ways to be able to, oh, it's just the facilities, you can get a cheap chair, a cheap desk, or a cheap whatever. And but it's all about people. You hear that from all the pastors. But when it comes down to it, that old adage of you get what you pay for, I've learned that the hard way. And so many times we've tried and said, okay, because in today's internet age, you can Google in chairs and you can get 1 million people and you can always find a cheaper way to do something. But cheaper isn't always better, as you probably know. And so you find out we've bought chairs before that have fallen apart. We've had to re-weld them. You find out that they're made in other countries and places you can't get service, for them. And so when I found Bertolini chairs and what we have, especially right here, we don't ever have to worry about it.
Originally, we bought chairs for the church we were in Laverne down the street, small congregation, but the chairs were not comfortable, and getting people to stay for an hour and a half or so became a pain in the rear, literally. And so originally, we bought chairs from Bertolini for comfort and because the look of the sanctuary in which we were changing. As we moved to our new building, Bertolini became the company that we'd already had experience with, loved the chairs that we had before. They'd become youth chairs. Still using them today in our youth department, which is amazing. 10 years later, they're hanging tough and doing well. And now that we're in a sanctuary that holds 400 or 500, having comfort for people was still an important part of our mission. Getting people to come is one thing, getting people to be comfortable is another. And so really, it's not something people think a lot about, but your body will tell you, and people do get uncomfortable. And being able to really focus and hear and process what's going on is important to us. And so having a quality product that people can, not be bothered with. I think really when it comes to chairs and even other things, if people aren't talking about it, it's a good thing. If people are saying, man, my back hurts, or my rear sore, whatever those things are, then you're going, oh man, why did we buy the cheap chair? We could have spent a couple more bucks and got something I've not heard a word about. And so for me, the best thing that I've heard about our chairs is not hearing people complain.
In the quality of the frame and the construction, when you look at the chairs, the feet are so much better than a lot of the chairs that you see. And in, like I said, dealing with chairs in the past, a lot of setup and a lot of tear down. A lot of the chairs just don't hold up. The feet are constantly coming off, the pieces are coming off, the frames don't hold up, the plywood's breaking. And when you look at the quality of the construction of the Bertolini chair, it's just outstanding compared to the other chairs. Also the comfort and the ability to have the plastic back and the plastic seat. I believe that adds more comfort and more strength to the chairs, and I believe it will give it a lot longer life. I looked at Bertolini as a partner in the ministry, more than just somebody selling me chairs and giving me a product. And they partnered with me in the ministry and in our chair purchase. And so I believe in supporting ministries and supporting the gospel. And so I like working with a company that is gospel oriented and that is has believers and supporting believers.
I would say don't cut corners on chairs. If you're going to be doing what we're doing, if it's going to be multi-use, if you're going to be moving them a lot, you want to take your time and save your money and buy the right product. I just highly don't recommend going cheap on chairs.